Welcome everyone to another Dreamtown entry, and I'm doing a little different today. You might be aware, but this is my town of Reverie. I asked people and they said they'd really like for me to do Dreamtown visits of my own towns and explain a little of my thought process, because there is quite a bit of like backstory and little thoughts in my towns that people don't pick up on because either they don't know or, it's not super obvious. But so I thought I would make a video of them, and here is the first one. Reverie is my favorite town of all my towns that I've made. It is kind of like, it reminds me of my hometown a lot. My hometown is very foresty, very rural, and I really made it with that in mind, but that wasn't the intention. When I first made the town, I had planned on it being a little farm town in the French countryside. I don't know why the French countryside, I just really wanted it to be in the French countryside. So, it evolved from that, and it is what it is now. Like, the villager list completely changed and everything. So we've got two sets of clothes here. We've got this coat and clothes. So when you get here, you have two outfits that you can choose from. This one and the Red Riding dress, which I'm really a fan of. So we're gonna go with that. Then just dump everything else down. Alright. So as you can tell, this town is hacked. There's bushes on the plaza and everything. But most of this town was made long before hacks were available. Most of it is just like all natural stuff. I just added in a few hacked elements here and there just to really give an overgrown, like, cozy forest vibe. But down here, we have this little hot spring with a present. There's a lot of presents in this town, and we can just start off with a bang. And if you go down here, this is the residential area. And if you look at the map, you might see all the houses neatly lined up in a row. And you might think this is hacked. This is not hacked. This is all hours and days of plot resetting. Just lots of stubbornness. Deidre took 6 days to plot reset while I was on vacation. So, fun times plot resetting. So, all the villagers in this town are deer. We've got Lopez, Fauna, Bo, Bam, Diana, Fuchsia, Deidre, Zell, Bruce, and Eric. They're all my wonderful deer friends, and that is a pun. The town actually has a lot of puns in it. We can say hi to Fauna. How have you not met my character, Fauna? Do you not remember in a dream? That's weird. But yeah, she says dearie, and everyone has like a punny catchphrase. But this is my favorite. Eric's house is my favorite of all the villagers' houses, just because like it's in the back, it's kind of alone, but it's still in the neighborhood, and it's just like surrounded by all these trees. So we have this little bridge that I absolutely adore. And then here we have Sam's tent. Now, Sam was originally a character I used for plot resetting, and then I eventually made them permanent. And their backstory is that they are gender fluid, they're non-binary, and they're a traveling artist. And that's why they plot reset. They come and go, but they're really fond of Reverie, so they make their home here a lot. And so they've got all these, we've got paintings and everything, and their little suitcase. And Sam has a really funky look to them. I really enjoy. There they are. Got the nice funky wig, and they're very fond of us. I also made that QR code of the sweater. I made a lot of the QR codes in this town. So this town just has a ton of trees, a ton. Oh, I just wanted to talk to Eric. See, Eric remembers me. This is my favorite pond. The town has 4 ponds, but this is my favorite one. It's just like so nice and pretty, surrounded by the white lilies and the gentle snowfall. So yeah, this ended up being a winter forest town when it was supposed to be a summer farm town. So it's a little different, but it eventually like turned into kind of like my homesick town. I'm from a very rural town in Massachusetts, lots of forests and lots of deer too. And it just reminds me of home, even if it's not really exact. But over here we've got more trees, and then over here we've got the mayor's house. The mayor's name is Lynn, and Lynn is kind of like, you're dear to my heart. Lynn is my kind of OC that I've used for many, many years. She's a little, in this town, she's a little forest witch, she's a little winter witch. And she usually walks around town with a wand, but she can't have that in the dream towns. But yeah, so this is her little witchy cottage. She's very cute. And I play as Lynn in quite a number of games. I played with her in Story of Seasons, in Fantasy Life, and she's just been like my OC for years. If you're not aware, Lynn is actually my middle name, so that's where the name came from. And that's what I originally started out as, like when I was 12. But this is our little cozy little entryway living room. Not much to say here. I just really wanted cozy cottage vibes, like cabin vibes. And then in this room, we've got the little witchy, like, workroom. We've got all our herbs and everything. We've even got some flowers. And a sack of stuff over there in the corner. But yeah, I love these fake statues. I love them. It was like, I just need to use them in something. We've got lots of mushrooms all over, and I just really wanted to go with like a naturalist witchy vibe. And then in this room, we've got our little kitchen. Doesn't look like a kitchen at first, except when you like really look, like it's got the hearth and a stove and everything, but it's just our little kitchen with a little Rossetti popping up. I just wanted it to be kind of like a forest, kind of like not even a room. I didn't want it to be a room. I wanted it to be like in the forest. So just like an outdoors kitchen kind of thing. And then back here, you might have seen we had a black cat because every good witch needs a black cat, right? Back here we've got where we do our spells and everything. Because she is a winter witch, she really likes the snow and everything, so we've got this. And I actually thought this wallpaper was just like perfect for snowy scenes as well as, you know, just outdoor star stuff. So we've got this little mushroom circle and the cauldron in the middle, and it only annoys me slightly that you can't perfectly center everything in this game, unlike Happy Home Designer. So I put a row of stuff over here to just kind of even it up. So I really like that room. It's one of my favorite rooms, but my actual favorite room is the upstairs. And let me show you. So this is where it's like heavily based on where I live. Because this room is directly taken from my house back east, where I lived for a few years. I lived in a 3-bedroom house by myself, and upstairs on the second floor, one of the bedrooms I turned into a home library. And I was working at a library at the time, and I had a lot of books. So I had all these mismatched bookcases, like all over the place. And then one of my favorite things was that I actually had a cardboard cutout of the 4 hobbits from a Lord of the Rings convention that I went to years back. And so I had these hobbits, and I would always dress them up for different holidays and everything. So that's why that's why they've got their hobbit cloaks on, but they've got all different hats and everything. So, and then I just needed a place to put all my pictures of my deer, so there they are. But yeah, this room is as perfect as I could make it for Animal Crossing. The carpet is exactly what it looked like in real life and everything. So I tried really hard with this room, and I love it. And then in the basement, we've got a little bar. Just because, you know, a witch needs friends. Just a chill place to hang out. Put some miscellaneous stuff that I needed. But mostly just I wanted to make a little like pub, so I did. So you can come get your drinks, your mysterious green liquids, and have a good time. So that's it for Lynn's house. It's one of my favorite houses I've ever made in Animal Crossing. But let's go on to the next house, the last house. We've got this little garden area that I just thought was really pretty and really calm, leading up to Lynn's house. Doesn't really have any purpose other than to look nice. And we've got a balloon. Got a red balloon as we head over to Jenna's house. Now Jenna has a story. Dear Lord. So Jenna is based off of my childhood best friend. And actually, so I started working on this town in summer of 2014. And in November of 2014, she died. And it was unexpected, but not unexpected. She had cystic fibrosis, and so it was very sad, but we knew it would happen eventually. It was a surprise when it did happen. But when I started making, like, that was about when Reverie shifted into what it eventually became, this town that's based on my hometown. And when that happened, I just knew that I had to make Jenna. I had to put her in here. And so that's what she looked like in real life. Aside from, like, she didn't really wear dresses much, but I made that dress especially for her. She loved green. She always had her long black hair and a ponytail. So That's my friend Jenna. So she has a very green house because green was her favorite color. When we were like 13, we spent a whole day just painting her bedroom like a very, very bright green, and it was great. So her front room, her main room, is a campsite because Jenna actually really loved camping. She would spend the entire summer basically at a campsite, and it was really important to her. So I made this campsite, um, and she had a little dog. So she has a dog house, and we've just got all these little camping amenities. Back here we've got the snowman set because she loved winter. When it wasn't summer and she was at the campsite, she was on the mountain and she was skiing. She absolutely loved winter. Both our birthdays were in January, and she just absolutely loved it. So we got the snowman set back here. I know the snowman set looks a little tacky, but I mean, that's cute, right? But yeah, so I just thought she would really appreciate the snowman set. And then in this room, we've got her bedroom. Aside from her love for green, she really liked sleek black and white stuff. So I made a whole bedroom of her sleek stuff. And there's actually, I put flowers by her bed and balloons in here just because like she was in and out of the hospital a lot and she got a lot of flowers. And so I wanted to just like put those there as a little touch just because we loved her and sent her a lot of flowers. So this is her bedroom. And then in this room over here, we've got a birthday party. So she was my best friend. Jenna was my best friend from like second grade. And our birthdays were actually 5 days apart and we celebrated them together a lot. So it was something I had to do. I had to have a birthday party for us in this room. And that's basically all it is. It's just the birthday furniture. And just a little celebration with lots of balloons and everything. And then up here is the designer room. She really liked to make her own stuff, so I kind of set up like she was designing all these clothes and everything. And like I said earlier, we spent an entire day when we were 13 just painting the walls green of her bedroom, so I made them that bright green in this room. And these shoes always looked like shoes that she had as a kid, so I had to just throw them there. But yeah, she really liked making her own clothes. She liked to crochet. And so I just had this room where she kind of just did that in Animal Crossing. And then down here, we've got a little workout room. She really liked going to the gym. When we were growing up, she was pretty sickly, as a lot of kids with cystic fibrosis are. But towards the end of high school and after high school, she started really going to the gym and working out, and that improved her health a lot. And she really enjoyed it. So I gave her a little room where she could continue doing that. So that's my tribute to my childhood friend Jenna. And I actually I'm still in contact with her family because her family was my family growing up. And I told her mom that I made her in Animal Crossing, and I sent her pictures of her house at the time. Like, it was probably not the finished product, but and she just loved it. So this is my little beach. It's not anything like, if you've watched my Dreamtown videos, I always say I have a terrible time decorating beaches. So we've got a little present down here though. But yeah, I have a terrible time decorating beaches, and it's just kind of thing I can't really do that well. Here we've got my little Tumblr sign, Girl's Guide to Power Tools. And over here, we've got a heart for Brewster's Cafe. I thought it would be cute sitting outside the cafe and drinking some coffee or hot chocolate if it's Valentine's Day, with a little heart here. And we've actually got these little stumps. So my idea was, since you can't actually place furniture outside, we'll see in the new game if you can, but you can't in New Leaf. So my idea was that you would sit at these stumps, and these bushes would kind of serve as tables. It was a better idea before I decided to set my town in winter, but the cold doesn't really affect us in this game, so it's okay. And we've got a little pinwheel. Which really, you would think this would be coffee, but nope. Why be predictable? And then over here we've got our little campsite area. Just a tiny, tiny section. It's like off to the side of the residential area. With a few Jacob's ladders. More presents. Ice cream, because everyone wants to sit at a fire and eat ice cream in the middle of winter, right? Right. And I'm cold for doing so. But yeah, we've got Zell and Deidre's houses, and Deidre's house that took 6 days to plot. Got a little lost in going down to the beach down here. So I actually redecorated all of the villagers' houses in this game, in this town. So Deidre's house is a nice little mushroom house. And she's got a little cricket in the corner. We're not going to visit all the houses, but if you are interested in seeing them, you can visit the Dreamtown yourself. But yeah, I redecorated all the houses. Zell's is like a modern, chic apartment building. This is Fuchsia's, Diana's. I really like Diana's house, actually. We'll go in Diana's. Diana's is a nice little spa, like an elegant kind of place to unwind. So she's just nice and elegant, because Diana is nice and elegant, and lots of white and pink. And it's pretty. I like it. And then we got Bam's house and Bo's. Bo's is one that took a lot of time to redecorate, because, as I said, I did this all before hacks were a thing. So Bo's is a lemonade stand. The only thing I hacked in here was this bowl of lemons, because you can't actually get them to put out a bowl of lemons naturally. But everything else I did by hand, and it took a really long time. So if the winter blues get you down, go to Bo's for a nice summer vibe and some lemonade. Fauna's not home, but hers was an ice cream shop. Lopez's is a circus. Bruce's is a Mario Kart course, and then we're back to the beginning. But yeah, I didn't show everything in the town because I want you to explore it for yourself. But these were the inspirations for the town, and really just wanted to explain a little of what I was thinking. And there are lots of puns throughout the town. There are lots of little hidden things to explore. I think it's a very scenic town. I love it a lot. It's, as I said, it's my favorite town of the towns that I've created, and I hope you enjoy it too. If you want to visit, the dream address is on the screen, and it'll be in the info also. And if you enjoyed this content, if you enjoyed my Animal Crossing town, I have other Animal Crossing towns. You're welcome to check out my Tumblr, my Twitch, my Twitter, where I have all that information, and for the dream towns for my other towns and what the towns I'm currently working on and everything. And I stream Animal Crossing fairly regularly on Twitch, so check that out if you're interested. And I'll be back next week with another Dreamtown video. So thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this. And I will be back later with more Animal Crossing as we count down the days to the new Animal Crossing Switch. I can't wait.